for a lot of us. And we have to have faith in ourselves. And as we have faith in ourselves, our intuition kicks up. Our multidimensionality kicks up. And we start seeing a new perspective. We see that new perspective. We don't have to repeat the same story over and over again. And that new perspective gives us a new perception. And we don't have to be manipulated by ourselves or anyone else. Because we are authentic. And we don't have to live in scarcity. We don't have to believe our own belief systems of scarcity. Spirit wants us to get creative again. Start writing our own story again. And know that what we have to say is important. And it just might help somebody out someday. Telling our stories can help people realize that life doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be so... I just heard the word debilitating. Life does not have to be hard. It doesn't have to bring us down. We get to choose how we respond, how we react, like going with the flow, and not letting someone else pick up our pen and write our story, like my one friend did. She let this person bring her to a point where she wanted to plaster the right page all over that page. And I'm like, 5 years ago, I would have done that too. But I found my divinity. I don't have to let other people write my story. None of us do. We don't need to deny ourselves a pen, people. Pick up your pen and start writing your story. Start writing your story. And as you do, you're going to find your joy. You're going to find that joy within. Find the joy in the little things. Set your intentions for your highest and best good. And use discernment. Discern whether something is good for you or not the right path right now, or the right thing to do in this moment. It may be down the road, but right now, maybe it's not. You get to make the choice. You get to make the choice. Nobody gets to choose for you. Nobody gets to choose for you. And don't compare yourself to anybody else, because you are the only you. You are the only person that was born in your body. You are the only person that can do you. Gather the wisdom from the traumas and dramas from your childhood. You don't need to let those wisdoms slip by, so you have to repeat. Instead of pushing that vending machine button and say, yeah, no, I'm going to go over here. I'm going to do it this way. I'm not going to repeat. I'm not going to repeat. I'm not going to surrender to my ego. I am going to surrender to my spiritual mindset and let that 5% of my true authenticity lead the way. By communicating with spirit, communicating with my higher self, I can do that. We all can. And as we do that, we find the unconditional love that spirit has for us. And that unconditional love that our guides and our dragons and our fairies and our unicorns and every other being that we have an aspect of has for us, that unconditional love. We don't ever have to feel hopelessness anymore. We don't have to. But why is it that we choose to? Why is it that we choose to feel that hopelessness. Is it a program? Is it a pattern? And as you start healing those programs and patterns, you have to be patient with yourself, because it takes a while to get the whole perspective so you can pull that root out and not have to deal with that emotion anymore. And it just becomes it becomes part of the vending machine, and then eventually it's taken out of the vending machine because you stop pushing that button, so they change it up. That divine union with you in spirit, finding who you truly are on a soul level, is so important. Yeah. Earth connection. Make sure you ground. Make sure you get outside and ground and hug a tree. Put your hands in the sand. Put your feet in the sand, in the water. Learn to have this love for Mother Earth. As we walk this journey, we begin to integrate those past parts of ourselves. It doesn't necessarily need to be past lives. It just this lifetime. We need to work with this lifetime, and as we work with this lifetime, we actually heal our past life and all of those other lifetimes. I've heard that when we heal this now moment, we heal 7 generations back and 7 generations forward. That to me is phenomenal. Phenomenal. And they're saying it's the truth. It's the truth. Belief systems. What BS are you believing that you don't need to believe anymore? I know one of mine that I'm getting closer and closer. I'm down to a 4 on the total of it, is deficiency. I don't have to believe I'm deficient anymore. Don't have to believe that. I don't have to believe in fear. None of us have to believe in fear. The only thing that we need to fear, there are 2. One is a car coming at us, 90 miles an hour, or a wild animal coming after us. Those are the only 2 things on this planet we need to fear. That's it. Everything else will not hurt us. Unless you believe it can. That's the only way something or someone can truly hurt you, is your belief system. So change up those belief systems and stop believing in that fear. And as you do, those clairs are going to turn on. Because we all have every single one of those clairs. Everyone has them. Just some choose to turn them on, some choose not to. And there's no shame in the ones that choose not to, because they're scared of it or whatever reason it may be. That's okay. They don't have to, because there are those of us that have chose to turn them back on, that can help guide them on their journey and have compassion for them. Have compassion for yourself as well. Learn to love you. Balance. As above, so below. As above, so below. Having courage. Having courage in yourself. And they're telling me I have to have courage to let the light language, soul language, frequency language, whatever kind of language it is, fly out of my mouth. And it's like I'm almost there. Having empathy for ourselves. Learning to love who you are on a deep level. Not just the surface, but deep down inside. Have empathy for yourself. Have empathy for others. Learn to love you. Time is an illusion. It's man-made. There is no time on the other side. There is no time here, really. It's just, we've been so programmed that that there is time. We need to take our power back. from those that we feel have hurt us, that we have given our power to, that we've given our pen to, we need to take that power back. And say, yeah, no, I'm going to be in my wholeness. I'm going to be in my wholeness. I'm going to be the whole of me. And I choose to have an abundance of love. Mental body dominance, get the frick out of your head. Learn to get into your heart, because your heart's going to tell you the truth. Your head, that's your ego. Your ego is going to lie to you. And freedom comes when you do get into your heart. That's where freedom comes in, because you have freedom to choose. You have freedom to choose. And the more you heal, the healthier your mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual bodies become. So keep healing. Keep working on healing those traumas and dramas. And trust that Spirit has your back. Trust that everything is working out for your highest and best good, because it truly is. What you ask for, whether it be verbally or in your mind, Spirit, the universe, God, whatever that higher power is, will deliver exactly what you ask for. So if you're asking for shit, guess what you're going to get? You're going to get a big pile of it. And if you're asking for joy and peace and harmony, guess what you're going to get? You're going to get that joy, peace, and harmony. What do you choose? What do you choose? Empower yourself with new information. Empower yourself with new information. We're all learning. We're all student teachers. We need to give our brain new information to predict with, so that we can trust our inner guidance system. Trust our heart. Trust the heart. Embrace your uniqueness. Embrace that unique tie-dye piece of you that other people are like, oh, don't do that. You shouldn't do that to Queen. That's not right. Bullshit. Embrace that. Embrace that. Acceptance of people on their journey. Acceptance of who you are and where you're at on your journey in this very moment. It's profound to accept yourself for who you are. Safety. We're building a foundation of safety, security, serenity, stability, serenity, sanity, and space, which is freedom. As we heal, we're building that foundation. The unity within, the yin and the yang, they need to intermingle so that you can be the whole of you. The whole of you. Future creating. How is it that you're creating your future? How are you creating your future? Are you creating your future to be confident in yourself? How is it that you're creating your future? Connection. Connection to spirit. Connection to other people. Connection to everything and everyone that you've ever come in contact with. That connection can be strong, and yet sometimes we have to let that connection go because they aren't part of our vibration anymore. We have to be okay to let go of certain people without judgment, without judging, pointing a finger. It's your fault, it's your fault, it's your fault. No, it's not. It's nobody's fault. We're all here to learn what love isn't so that we can return to love. Honesty. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with others. Tell yourself the truth. We tend to lie to ourselves all the time. And we don't even realize it. We don't even realize it. We got to let go of the anger. We got to let go of the anger that no longer serves. And part of letting go of that anger is letting go of playing the victim. We play the victim to ourselves. We play the victim to other people. We no longer have to bow down to anybody else's belief systems or their truth. Own your own truth. Own your own truth. And by doing so, you find your self-worth. You find that self-worth inside of you. Neutrality. Staying neutral in certain situations, like the situation that I was just in. I stay neutral. I didn't have to go on the defensive. Yes, I reported them, but I didn't have to go defend my friend. I just said, thank you, Spirit, take care of it. And the person or persons that have done this, I forgive them. Not for them, for me, so I don't have to lose power. I don't want to lose power to someone that I don't know, or to anyone for that matter. And I don't have to play the blame game. None of us do. Through healing, we find clarity. We find the clarity that we need so that we can become our true, authentic selves by letting go of the pain that no longer serves us. And by having heart-brain coherence, that's a game changer. That's a true game changer. And we don't have to throw ourselves under the bus. We don't have to hate on ourselves. No matter what we do not have to hate on ourselves. We do not have to hate on ourselves. Universal connection. Connecting to spirit, connecting to other people, learning to love ourselves again, living in this now moment. The past is the past. The past can be healed. The future, we still have to pick up the pen and write our future. So live right now so that we can let go of the emotional addictions, the emotions that we're addicted to. Addiction is not necessarily drugs, alcohol, or food. It can be an emotion like having no empathy, or being in distress, or dogma. I mean, I have a whole list of them. We don't have to be addicted to that emotion. We need to heal that out. And as we heal that out, I find this prophetic. We find love and we find peace in ourselves. We find that love and that peace. That, my friends, is story time. Hi, everybody that just came in. How are you? Hi, Ernie. Hi, Benita. Hi, Lucy. How are you? I'm good. I'm good. When I'm on a roll, I do my best not to stop, and I keep going. I am going to download that and put that up on YouTube, I think. So that because I feel like other people